talk about your growing up in Britain. What was it like? What the family was like, and so on. What was the family like?
Well, my family is a very
You were born in
working
Britain.
class. I was born in England.
Yes.
From a family of 9 brothers and sisters. I am the second to last of those.
Yes.
My parents are from St. Elizabeth, South.
Both of them?
Both of them are from St. Elizabeth. My parents came to England late 50s.
Yes.
Late 50s. I was born sometime after that. Out of the 9, 4 of us was born in England.
Okay.
So home in England, especially in the house, was very much Jamaica.
Okay.
When you step out the door, the greeting might not be so welcome. It was like, why don't you go back to your own country?
Oh.
You know, who are you?
Oh.
Where you from? You're not from here. You're from somewhere else.
Oh.
But home.
So you had that. You faced that.
Oh,
Maxi.
definitely. School, all of that. We would have to fight with people for all kind of nigger. You know, these kind of words would come at you, going to school, stuff like that, racialism, all of that we had to go through at school. Home was refuge. You know, when you got through those doors, it was like a whole different world. We were in Jamaica.
Yes.
In London, you know. Every which way that we were brought up was very much Jamaican, West Indian culture. We rice and peas pan Sunday. We're gongo soup pan Saturday.
Yes.
You know, and all the ackee and saltfish and everything that you know. But you know, living in London was difficult because we were always searching for an identity. We always, you know, they say, Jamaica say we're not Jamaican.
Okay.
England say we're not English. Where we're born? In the sea? On the plane? What is it? What's going on? Why is it all so confusing? But the music, you know, which was brought to my attention really through my elder brothers, the music and the culture kind of gave us a sense of belonging. You know, I am somebody. You know, this is my home.
That's what Jamaica was doing for you then.
Yes.
The reggae music coming out to Jamaica.
Yes.
And
especially the you know, the Rastaman vibration, you know, the burning spear.
So do you remember the days of slavery?
yeah.
The bob.
Steer it up, little darling.
You know, the Dennis Brown.
Have you ever?
I mean, Dennis Brown is my hero.
Oh gosh, take me to the promised land.
That's my hero. That's my vocal coach. That is my inspiration. But you know, not to stray the story, but you know, that's what gave us a sense of belonging.
To counter the racism.
Yes.
And the unwelcome presence that you had.
You know, it's things like this. We would be in the garden playing football. My father would have his cabbage and him lettuce and him tomato and so forth. But and then we'd have a little area to play football. And then every time the ball went next door to the white neighbor's house, it would come back with a knife hole in it or something like that. You know, there was no form of welcome in that kind of sense. So my parents had to live through that. We all had to live through that.
What was the economics like for your family? How rough, how tough was it?
It was rough. I mean, you know, there was like 3 or 4 of us in bed, you know, in one bed. You know, the whole mattress them with the spring come up at night.
Same as we would, some of us with experience right here in Jamaica.
Most definitely.
Yes.
I can remember as a young kid, there was like 3 or 4 families in that one house. You know, and there was a very strong strength, a family strength, whether they were immediate family or not. You know, there was a bond between our people and that, you know, 4 family in one house, and then you work. Sometimes the same bed that this person would sleep in, the other person would go to work in the day, and then the next person would have to take over that bed, and then they go to work in the evening.
How far did you go in school?
Not as far as I wish I did. My father died when I was 14 years of age.
Okay.
And by that time, most of the other families them had dispersed and built their own kind of homes and situation. So we had to become, or I had to become man very, very early.
Yes.
In order to keep up with the housekeeping and the bills, or, you know, the house I fall down. When my father was alive, everything was kind of immaculate.
Yes.
You know, we'd clean the staircase, clean the skirting board, everything would be immaculate. But when, and you know, as a young kid, you're kind of ignorant of the fact that of all of these different things that your parents is doing. So you kind of wanted to get out of that.
Okay.
You know, so in a strange way, and you know, and I don't really like to say it, but it's like when my father died, it was kind of like I'm kind of free, you know, and then we kind of run riot in the house and become man very kind of early.
So you couldn't afford school? The family couldn't afford school, or you wanted
not
to?
That we couldn't afford school.
Ignore school.
You were just trying to
be man, to grow up, to get out there?
A little bit too fast, you know? And then, as I said, once my father died, then this fast thing became really fast.
Okay. So you got in trouble?
Because the bills then was coming. The house had to, you know, somebody have to take care of the situation here. You know what I'm saying? So we became men really fast. So I had to be working on a building site and stuff like that very, very early.
Yes.
You know, so it was like school, work.
Okay.
We have to get some money to sort out the situation here, because my mom was, you know, she wasn't well a lot of the times. She also passed very early. But, you know, she was going through a lot of strokes. She went through 6 strokes, pneumonia. And you have to just kind of understand that we were young. We were very young and not really knowing the seriousness and the responsibility of what was
in front of you,
going on, or in front of us, you know. Other than the fact that we soon cotton on that there's bills coming through the door, and somebody have to pay these bills.
So, so when did music come? Apart from construction work, menial labor work, what else have you done or wanted to do before music?
Well, I did carpentry as building work. I don't know. I think that I was
still
forever
searching?
Dreaming of music.
Music, okay.
Music was my refuge. It was like, you know, if I get beaten from my father, I run underneath the bed and by myself and just sing.
Yes.
And sing away my sorrows. And then, you know, also we were going to church at the time too.
Were you recognized as being talented at that time?
Most definitely.
How early?
I can remember my uncles would always come around, especially like Christmas time or them kind of things. They would, you know, remember those times was black and white TV. Sometimes no TV. So amongst us as family, we had to kind of like create our own entertainment.
Yes.
My sisters them were into like Jackson 5, Donny Osmond and these people. My brothers them was into Burning Spear, anything Studio One, you know, King Tubby's and the Upsetters and all of this. And I would be passed around somewhat like the entertainer.
Yes.
So I would have to sing a little bit of Jackson 5, sing a little bit of Beatles,
Okay.
sing to my mom,
So
especially my mom,
Yes.
because she was a missionary in Pentecostal church.
Okay.
So you can imagine, we're going church from we knee high,
Yes.
our ankle high, you know, from where baby we born in church.
Yes.
So I would have to sing to my mom, saints don't stop praying for what the Lord has done. I would have to sing to my brother them some Burning Spear or some Bob Marley or some Dennis Brown. Dennis Brown is my thing.
Okay.
And you know, I kind of made my own little world
Yes.
amongst my 9 brothers and sisters. Them.
So you were the big voice in the family.
They would always just kind of push me
Yes.
to do that. I guess, you know, my sisters sung, but maybe they just liked my voice. you know.
Okay.
I don't know.
All right. So those early years, how did you now get into the pop space, and how were you discovered now?
Well, the discovery comes from there,
From the family discovering
to school.
Right. Yes.
Then the teachers them wanting you to sing the carol songs and all of these different things in the school. To the playground.
Yes.
In the playground era, all of them on them, yo, priest, sing a tune, no, sing a Dennis Brown tune. You know, because as I said, they were all facing the same kind of cultural struggles that I was. And then you had new kids coming in from Jamaica, as some of my brothers as well. And we'd sing some reggae songs in the playground. And then from there to sound system.
Okay.
And then we built our own sound system. To cut a long story short, from that, I went into a sound system called Saxon International. And then we would sing in the parties and in the clubs. And before I even put a record out, I was singing on sound system and signing autographs. You know.
Okay. So you were a community star.
Yes.
Family star to community star.
Yes.
Hold it right there, Maxi Priest. We want to take a break right here. When we come back, we'll talk to Maxi about superstar, the journey, the superstar journey, right here on stage.
Make my dreams come true. You make my dreams come true.